So one of the questions that has been asked to me by my brother and my sister-in-law is, why do I vote the way that I vote? So today I'm actually going to take a look at some thoughts that are shared between Democrats and Republicans, how they differ, and which side I am most likely to be on and why. Green coffee.
Now let's take a look into their views on the economy. Democrats gear their economic policies to benefit low-income and middle-income families. They believe that reducing income inequality is the best way to foster economic growth. This belief is based on the idea that low-income families tend to spend extra money on necessities, which directly increases demand. Democrats also support a Keynesian economic theory, which says that the government should spend its way out of a recession by increasing demand to boost growth, spending on things such as infrastructure, education, and unemployment. Republicans, on the other hand, advocate for supply-side economics that primarily benefits businesses and investors. This theory states that tax cuts on businesses allows them to hire more workers, in turn increasing demand and growth. In theory, the increased revenue from a stronger economy offsets the initial revenue loss over time. Republicans advocate for the right to pursue prosperity without government interference, and they argue that this is achieved by self-discipline, enterprise, saving, and investing.
Alright, so when it comes to the economy, I think this is one of the biggest places where people will actually jump from being a Democrat to being a Republican. And I think a big part of that is based on where you are in your socioeconomical status. I fall into, well, growing up, I grew up in a low-income bracket. And my family, my parents were able to bring themselves up. They were, as immigrants, able to create a middle-class lifestyle. And now as an adult in my own life, I do live in a middle-class lifestyle. I wish it was a higher level of middle class, but yeah, I'm classified as a middle-class American. So I do fall into a lot of, I think, understanding with the Democrat side when it comes to the economy. As someone who has traveled as a missionary when I was in college, I was able to see how, and actually being from a country also that is a developing country, I am able to see the benefits of paying taxes, and I'm able to see our tax dollars at work. Even though our infrastructure needs improvement, and again, Democrats are the ones who feel the government should pour into improving our infrastructure. Even though our infrastructure is old and it's starting to break apart and it needs improvement, it is still way better off than many countries. But in order for us to maintain our structures and to improve it and to move forward into the further into the 21st century, I do think we need to invest more in our infrastructure. I think we need to invest in our education. I think when it comes to crime, one of the biggest deterrent of crime is education and also job opportunities. So when it comes to unemployment, being able to decrease the level of unemployment is very important. And that does start with education. As you educate people and you have more educated people in your society, I think you're creating people who will be able to create jobs in the future, and that will increase or that will improve our economy in the future. I think with Republicans, they're more business-minded, and what they want is to be able to, if you're a businessman, you're in it to make money, In middle-class America, I think most of us, we go to work, we work our 40-plus hours, and we collect a paycheck from someone else. But someone that is a business owner, they're not collecting a paycheck from someone else, they're creating the paychecks. And they're in it to make money. So of course they're going to be on the side of where, government take as little money away from me as possible because I'm trying to make this money. But not only am I making this money for myself, but I'm making money for my employees as well. So I do get that side of being an investor and a business person. Why you would side with Republicans is because some of those policies benefits you. It benefits your corporation and your business. I don't have a corporation. I don't have a business. So again, that's why I can see why someone, as they rise up in their financial status, they're more likely to switch over from being a Democrat to a Republican, because Republicans do, I think, have better policies for people who have money, people who have wealth, and people who are able to pass those wealth on to their children. So I do understand Republican sides, and I can actually see myself switching over in policies if I ever did become someone who would benefit from the policies of Republicans when it comes to the economy. But I'm not now, so I am a Democrat in this sense. But I can go either way. It's just based on what benefits my needs right now, I guess. But I'm also concerned about other people as well, you know. So because when it comes to education, that's not just about me. When it comes to education, it's also about the people in society. So I don't have kids. So paying taxes to improve a school system doesn't benefit me. It benefits other people's children. But I think that if we improve education, it really does trickle down to me because society as a large, when we are more educated as a society, it benefits everyone and it brings us up together. So yeah, I still fall more on the Democrat side. But I do see how those policies are beneficial for people with businesses and who are investors. So it's like I can go either way, but I do fall more over onto the Democrat side because I think you help everybody, you help yourself.